My fiancée slept with 3 strangers during her bachelorette party and thought I'd never find out. So I vanished without a word the next morning. What happened after completely shattered the fairy tale life she bragged about. She lost far more than just me, and it was a consequence she never saw coming. Ryan, 30, had believed Mia, also 30, was his forever. They'd met at 24, sparks flying over shared jokes and dreams, an infectious energy radiating from her that pulled him in. 6 years, a move in, and a proposal later, he was convinced he'd found his person, the one who brought fun to his grounded nature. They'd spent months immersed in wedding plans, the mundane details of venues and cake tastings feeling like stepping stones to a shared future. But it was all a lie, exposed by something as innocuous as a glittery gift bag left on their doorstep. He'd come home early, a surprise dinner in mind, when he spotted the bag. To the wildest bride-to-be, you deserved every second of it. Love, Tasha. Tasha, Mia's best friend, was a whirlwind of chaos Ryan had always tolerated for Mia's sake. But the note, dripping with conspiratorial glee, set an immediate unease in his gut. Inside, nestled amongst cheap bachelorette party trinkets, were used men's boxers. His stomach clenched. A gag gift, he tried to rationalize, a stupid joke. Then, he saw the flash drive. Against his better judgment, he plugged it into his laptop. The video started innocently enough. Mia and friends, laughing in a club. But then, it lurched into a strip club, Mia grinding on a stripper, pulling him into a private room. Ryan's heart hammered, adrenaline spiking. He told himself it was just for show, a silly bachelorette tradition. But the next clip shattered that fragile hope. Mia in a lounge, surrounded by 3 men, kissing one, then another, then leading all 3 into a hotel room. Tasha's cackling voice in the background, declaring Mia a legend and bride of the year, was the final, sickening punch. The woman on the screen was a stranger, not the Mia who spoke of starting a family, not the Mia who fell asleep on his chest. When Mia came home that evening, she was the picture of normalcy, chatting about wedding decorations, kissing him on the cheek. Ryan smiled and nodded, a mask of calm over the gaping wound in his chest. He couldn't look at her without seeing the video, the betrayal. That night, sleep was impossible, the images replaying on an endless loop. He wanted to confront her, to scream, to demand answers. But he knew it wouldn't change anything. The woman he loved was gone, replaced by a devastating truth. The next morning, the second Mia left for work, Ryan sprang into action. No coffee, no hesitation. He grabbed his duffel bag, packed essentials, and left everything else behind. The furniture, the shared possessions, they meant nothing now. He found a quiet resort 2 hours outside the city, booked it for a week, and then, before even leaving the apartment complex, made the first call. The wedding venue. He calmly canceled the reservation, barely flinching at the cancellation fee. He was out. The drive was a blur, his mind consumed by the reel of betrayal. His phone buzzed relentlessly. Mia, then more Mia. He silenced it. At the cabin, he dumped his bags, the unfamiliar space a stark contrast to the home he'd abandoned. The silence screamed. For the first time all day, the weight of his decision pressed down. He was gone. The wedding, the home, the future, all dissolved. He finally read Mia's desperate texts, her panic growing with each unanswered message. Then, he called his parents, their quiet, "Good for you, son," a balm on his raw nerves. He wasn't going back. But one detail gnawed at him, Tasha. The wildest bride-to-be, note, her cackling narration. She was no innocent bystander. She was the architect, the cheerleader for Mia's infidelity. Ryan used a burner number, a vague, baiting text sent to Tasha. "Hey, it's Ryan. We need to talk about Mia. Coffee shop on 7th, tomorrow at noon." She responded instantly, a frantic inquiry, but he offered no clarification. The next day, Ryan walked into the coffee shop, a cold calm settling over him. Tasha was already there, radiating her usual over-the-top smugness. He cut to the chase. "I know about the bachelorette party. The flash drive, the videos, the package you left. I know everything." Her nervous laughter, her dismissive bachelorette party stuff, did nothing to deter him. He showed her the screenshots of her own texts, her gleeful encouragement. Tasha tried to deflect, to claim it was just a fun night. But Ryan was relentless. You encouraged her to cheat and then sent a highlight reel? You're unbelievable. He stood, letting his final words hang heavy. Everyone is going to know exactly what kind of friend you are. He returned to the resort, Mia's responsibility, now firmly on her shoulders. Her parents were the next logical step. Janet and Henry, Mia's conservative, appearance-obsessed parents, had only recently warmed to Ryan, once a ring graced their daughter's finger. Now, they were about to get a dose of reality. Janet's panicked text, "Ryan, what's going on? Mia is a wreck. Please call me," was his cue. He drove back to the city, straight to their pristine house. Janet's face showed a mix of relief and concern as she greeted him. Henry, gruff as ever, looked up from his paper. Ryan didn't waste time on pleasantries. "I came to tell you the truth. The wedding is off because of what she did at her bachelorette party." He handed Janet his phone. As the video played, her face crumpled from confusion to horror, then tears. Henry's face turned scarlet, his fists clenching. "This is what she did," Ryan stated, his voice calm, firm. "She made a spectacle of it, and her friends encouraged her." Janet sobbed, Henry raged, and in their anger, they even subtly blamed Ryan for living with Mia, for not being proper. Ryan walked out, leaving them with their shattered illusions and a problem he was no longer willing to fix. The fallout was swift. Janet's desperate voicemail begging him not to tell anyone else was deleted. Ryan wasn't interested in protecting their carefully constructed image. He started with Rachel, another of Mia's friends, not as chaotic as Tasha, but complicit nonetheless. His text to Rachel, "I know what happened. I've got the videos," triggered a frantic call. Rachel tried to backtrack, claiming ignorance, but Ryan pressed, revealing the extent of Mia's betrayal. Rachel, wanting to save herself, started distancing herself from both Mia and Tasha, telling mutual friends that she didn't know the full extent. Tasha, meanwhile, was feeling the heat. Mia, reeling from her parents' confrontation, had apparently blamed Ryan for overreacting. But when Tasha was confronted, she snapped. "Don't act like I made you do anything. You were all in, stop playing the victim." The fight escalated. Chloe, another mutual friend, reported to Ryan that Tasha and Mia weren't speaking, Tasha accusing Mia of using her as a scapegoat. The story spread like wildfire. Mia, once the fun bride-to-be, became a pariah. Then came the financial hit. Mia's cushy office job, secured by her father's connections, evaporated. Her manager, already fed up with her poor work ethic, seized on the personal drama as an excuse for downsizing. Mia was out. She tried to stay with Tasha, but Tasha wanted no part of the mess. Other friends, wary of the drama, kept their distance. Mia was couch surfing, burning through savings, picking up a measly part-time job at a coffee shop. "She's barely hanging on," Chloe reported. Mia's desperate texts became more frequent, more pathetic. "Ryan, please talk to me. I have no one else. I'm sorry for everything. I lost my job, my home, everything." He deleted them all. She wasn't sorry for what she did, only for the consequences. Eric, a no-nonsense mutual friend, told Ryan Mia had tried to crash with him, crying, but he'd sent her away. "Not my problem," Eric had said. Mia ended up in a rundown apartment, her life in shambles. The friend group that had once revolved around her had abandoned her. Tasha washed her hands. Rachel cut ties. Even Chloe eventually stopped communicating. Mia had burned every bridge, left to face the brutal reality of her choices. Ryan wouldn't lie. There was a quiet satisfaction in watching her unravel. Not out of malice, but because it affirmed a universal truth: actions have consequences. Mia, who had always coasted, always relied on others to clean up her messes, was now facing the music alone. As for Ryan, he was moving on, each passing day a step further from the drama, closer to a peace he now truly deserved.